city to the edge of the world, telling stories of black kings and queens.
It's Utah, baby.
Every topic, every voice like a new kind of pearl, shining light on truths to make the future swirl. It's real talk, baby. El Frank and Shy Blue coming through, baby. Real topics, real stuff for the people, baby. Buckle up and let's roll with real talk, baby. It's real talk, baby. It's real talk, baby. It's real talk, baby. And it ain't no me without you, baby. It's you talk, baby, and it ain't no me without you, baby. From the heart of the city to the edge of the world,
It's Utah, baby.
black kings and queens, we're both in a row. Every time we carry.
Oh,
Hi,
yeah.
bro.
Sis, what's good? Sis, what's happening?
How are you?
You know what? I'm doing good. I think fall is almost here, even though it don't feel like it. It's still hotter than the mug down here in
No,
Louisiana.
What's the temperature there?
It was 94 degrees down here today.
Oh, so y'all be kind of like on our level. Y'all a little bit hotter though, because I think it was like 89, maybe 90.
Yeah. The only thing is the humidity isn't as bad, but still, you know, a brother
Yeah.
ready to put the hoodies on, you know, and
Listen, the best clothes are in the fall. I promise
Yes.
you. Like when you get a little hoodie, some shorts, whatever. Oh, I love the fall. And I'm a fall
Facts.
baby. And my birthday is October 9th. So Libra season.
there it is. There it is. Shouts out. Birthday. Shouts out to my oldest one. Her birthday is today. She is 29. It's her golden birthday today. Shouts out, Kiana.
Happy birthday!
I love your crazy ass, Kiana. But hey, happy birthday to you. I'm gonna give
All
my baby
Libras are
girl a shout.
crazy. All Libras are crazy.
Damn right. Damn right. But y'all know what time of the day it is. Y'all know what's happening when you see us on these airwaves. Hey, look, you know how we start every show, and you know how we end every show. Ain't no us.
Ain't no us without you, baby.
That's right. Yeah. You locked into another episode of Real Talk. The chat is starting to jump already. There's the brother, Chris Kane, in the building.
How are you?
And Mrs. Frank, giving you props.
I missed her. Oh, tonight gonna be real good. Tonight gonna be real good. I got this on the line.
Yeah. This gonna be wild right here. This gonna be wild right here. But before we get into it, you know how we do. We always do the shout outs and the business and get all of that out the way. So let's handle business, and then we're gonna get down to business. First order of business is the shout outs. And we're gonna start with the man, the myth, the legend, the creator, and the proprietor of U-Talk and the U-Talk Network himself, my little brother, your big brother, our brother, Devin Lloyd, aka D. I got that down perfect.
Big D. We like you, bro.
Much love, brother. Much love to you. Second shout out of the night, as always, has to go to the super producer, the man that keeps the mechanics and everything rolling, keeps all of the technicals going right, keeps the mics on, keep the cameras on, keep everything working. Mr. Marquise Judge, KJ Productions in the building. Shouts out,
Marquise. I haven't talked to Marquise in a while. I gotta check up on him.
Yeah.
He hasn't like done the little drive-by to make sure I'm good. Like he usually checks on me, but I gotta check on him. I gotta be the good sister and check on him. So I got you, Marquise. I'm gonna check on you.
Yes, sir. Marquise, that's our guy right there. He's our guy right there. Third shout out of the night, as always, has to go to the man behind the designs and the merchandise, the man of many names, including the most common name, the most current name.
Stop it, Larry. What's his name?
Donkey Meat. Joseph Bernard is in the building. B-Nod.
I'm not part of that. Bernard, I'm not part of that. Please don't put me in part. I will never say that.
She laughed at it. All right, I ain't gonna throw you.
We love y'all.
Much love, Joseph Bernard. Fourth shout out of the night, as always, has to go to our viewing audience watching us live, and we'll be watching the replay. Thank you, as always, for taking your time to do that.
Absolutely.
and all social media platforms. And fifth and final shout out, as always, has to go to Pippin to the Jordan, Robin to the Batman, anchoring this thing, ride shotgun. My little sis, Miss Shy Blue. Shouts out to you, sis. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you. And thank you to you, big bro. I couldn't do it without you.
No doubt,
I like
man.
that
Much
little saying,
appreciated.
I'm the Robin to the Batman. I like that.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look. Joseph Bernard said, man, go ahead with that. Sis said you look beautiful tonight, Shy.
Thank you, sis. And hopefully I can see your beautiful face tonight too when you tune in. Hopefully.
We're gonna see what she up to, because like I said, my wife, she be shiesty, man. Baby shiesty.
Leave my sister alone.
I ain't gonna put her on Front Street. Baby shiesty. I'm gonna just say that. She be shiesty. So I'm sipping my coffee, and I'm gonna do like I always do. I'm gonna turn it over. First things first, before we get into the topic. How's everything been going? How's everything? The week, how's everything going with you?
Well, today I had a little rough day today. I'm not gonna lie. Like, a lot of people don't know, but I'm a pescatarian. I don't eat any meat, right? So all I do is seafood, vegetables, fruit. So probably about 2-3 hours ago, I go past a place. I'm not gonna say their name on here, but I went somewhere and I ordered a tuna salad. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My tuna salad. I go in the car. I'm on the phone, so that's part of the reason why I'm just like distracted. And I'm eating, and I'm like, "Oh my god, this tastes like chicken." Went back to the place. I'm like, "Can you just confirm this is tuna?" The guy like, "Put chicken on it." Don't apologize. No sympathy. Nothing. Like I automatically felt sick right then and just so upset. And they ended up remaking it, but I was like, I want to see your manager. I did an incident form, whatever, but I'm taking it further because, like, I haven't really been feeling that well. Like, I'm pushing through, but yeah, no, like, I haven't eaten meat for a while. So, yeah, I was a little upset about that.
The one thing that I could say about that when it comes to the nutrition aspect, when you purge yourself of a certain type of food, if you eat it again, you can't just go into it like that. You got to kind of lean yourself back into it. But for you to just get it unannounced, unbeknownst to you.
And the chicken was very, very processed. Like very, very. So like my body was like, what is this? I don't want it. And I was kind of proud of myself for like feeling the difference because I'm like, I'm doing something good for my body. So for me to intake something I'm not supposed to have, I'm like, yeah, but I'm so upset because I've been eating clean for so long. So I'm really upset about that. But on a good note, did you see my Cowboys yesterday?
What's so good? Y'all didn't win.
But it was a tie. We had it was the highest scoring tie game in history. Like when we do things, we break records. Okay. We break records, but it felt good. Because what's his name that was playing on the Cowboys, but he got traded because he didn't want to play for us. What's his name?
Michael Parsons.
He was trying to show off. It was like, yeah, no, we're not about to let you win this game. Like that was a back and forth game. That was a good game. It was like I was screaming so loud. I know my neighbors are like shy, but I was going crazy in here. Has also our defense up. Our defense up.
I wouldn't get excited because y'all still the Cowboys. So I mean,
and it's okay though. It's okay. It's all right. Listen, there's nothing no one can say that will make me hate my boys. I love my boys, so that's just what it was. But it was a good game for me yesterday. But besides that,
you love them and leave the hating to the rest of us.
Besides that, I'm feeling good. I just finalized my trip to Belize. I'm leaving in 2 weeks for me and Jay's birthday. And my favorite cousin in the whole world got me the Young Jeezy tickets to Las Vegas on Halloween. And I love her so much because she knows Young Jeezy is definitely one of my favorite rappers. So I'm excited. October's going to be lit for me, brother.
Well, you are going to love Belize because, when myself and my wife, we went a couple of months back on the cruise. It's just, is this your first trip, I assume, to Belize?
Yes.
Have you been before? Okay, all right.
Yes.
One thing I will tell you is the people are just so down to earth. Like,
really?
When we got there, first of all, to deal with, because I'm gonna just call it like it is, real talk. So we're gonna keep it real quick before we get into our topic. When you start talking about us, our people, black people, you know how black people are. A lot of them tend to be haters. A lot of them tend to look down on you, this and that.
Right.
When you go to Belize, the people over there, the locals, you are going to be so impressed because they talk to you with respect. They're black. They have their own language. I got a history lesson about,
really
the culture. Yeah.
I'm excited.
You're going to love
and
it.
it's
The
so
locals.
cheap to travel there. I think people need to realize, like, they think like it's so expensive and they'll rather like travel than in the States. But guys, my Airbnb cost no more than like $450, and my flight for a round trip was like $320. Like, I will easily spend that, even if I went to Charlotte or Miami. Like, I will spend thousands of dollars. Like, so to only spend under $1,000 to travel out the country.
Oh yeah, that's a bargain. That's a bargain.
Yeah,
that's a good price. Good price. So
yeah.
Well, sis, get it to them. Let's talk about it. Tell them what we're talking about tonight, because I think we got a pretty fire topic.
Yes, we actually do, and I have so much to say about it. So, question, okay? Say you just meet someone and the sparks are there, everything is like perfect. Is there a time frame where you should start being intimate? Like, should you wait maybe 3 months? Like, what does Steve Harvey say? Something about the 90-day rule.
90-day rule, yeah. That bullshit
Wait 90
was selling
days
to
before you
sell
are
books.
intimate. I know some people that are still married to this day and had one night stands, like not one night stands, but hit it off on the first night of meeting. Would you stop talking to a person if they say they're celibate for a while, or they want to get to know you more before being more intimate? Because I know some guys say, like, if I don't get it in a month, that they're gone. So, but what if though, Larry? Like, if I meet someone, I'm like, oh my God, this is like a dream come true. He's like my Prince Charming, and and it's only been like 2 or 3 weeks. Is that okay? Or would the guy judge me or the female if they decide to give up them draws a little early? But we're grown. So
that's tough.
Because someone said that was their red flag. Last week, someone said that was their red flag if they gave up the draws early.
Oh yeah. As D said, red gasolina, as she was called. So I mean, I would say this because the time frame that we're living in right now, I guess with social media and the access to people via social media, like back, listen, back in my day, you ain't had no social media, obviously. So you had to talk on the phone. It wasn't even no text messaging. It was literally on the phone, and I see you when I see you. And I guess that made it a little bit more waitable, if that makes sense, because you didn't have the access. But nowadays, I guess with social media, you've got that instant access. You don't have to wait. Like, you can call somebody, and then when you get off the phone, you can FaceTime them, you can text them, you can DM them, you can do all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that it kind of speeds up the opportunity and the emotions that set up getting down with the get down. That's me.
Okay,
I mean, I
see what
don't
you're
know.
saying.
Yeah, because it's more access. Whereas back in the day, you didn't have all that access. And then a woman back in the day, or a girl or whatever back in the day, she could kind of feel you out to see what your intention was. She might be feeling you, and she might want it just as bad as you, but she still wanted to be a lady back in the day. So she's going to hold it off, Whereas now, y'all women are just some goddamn savages, like y'all worse than dudes.
We are. But someone even mentioned last week that there's such thing as good pussy and bad pussy and all this other stuff. So, like, if you have this spark with this girl, or ladies, if you have a spark with the guy and it's time to get it on, like, y'all feeling it, like, you know what, we're about to have sex, like, we're about to get it in, and he, like, really like, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave. Me personally, if you not I gotta go. But it's the same with the man too, though, because it's like, from especially what Chris said, you know, it was bad. It was terrible. She had no walls. What he say? He said something like that. I had no walls.
Yeah, he said it was no walls. He was in there and ain't felt nothing. And I'm like,
felt nothing. So it's like, even though the spark might be there, you're attracted, everything is perfect, but then if it's some bad poo-poo, then like that kind of stamps like this ain't gonna work. Like, you stop talking to the girl because she don't got no good stuff. But
once again, I think that goes back, and I'm gonna put the link up in a second. I think that goes back to the access to the person, because back in the day, you didn't have all of that access. So you got to know the person. You got to know all of their qualities and all of their attributes. And they might have been 100% home run on every category prior to getting down. And then when you get down, if they're lacking, the qualities that they had may have, compensated, for what they may have been lacking when you get to that level. Chris said she was wider than all outside.
Oh Lord, Chris, you're so crazy.
You know Chris is gonna bring it. But
okay, let me take something back. If he wasn't packing, would I still stay, even if this sparks were there? Oh, I probably would, I guess, because I'm grown and mature now, and there's other things, but like, oh, that's a tough one. And if a guy came to me and said he wanted to wait like until he's married, I don't think I can wait.
So let me ask you this.
I don't. If a guy say he's celibate, like, I respect it. I respect it all along. But me, the way I think, I'm like, the hell going on with you? Like, what? What you got going on down there?
So let me ask you this, and the link is up for anybody that wants to join us. The link is in the chat. Let me ask you this. So, because I come from an era where, now it didn't happen a lot, but it was a little bit more, it was a lot more common, I think, back in the 90s or whatever. You would have more guys that were willing to wait, Not all guys, obviously, because
that was a long time ago.
Wait a minute.
Hold up,
man. What you think? What you trying to say? I was eating. You think I was
way back? I don't think no guys are willing to wait these days.
I'm about to say I wasn't breaking bread with Moses. You talking about that was way back in the day. I mean, I'm just saying, but no.
That was probably like the 70s. I don't see that going on now. Like, I don't. I think.
You're
now,
right.
I would say that they would probably wait maybe a couple of weeks, maybe like 2 months, 3 months tops. But 6 months, 8 months, I don't think no guys really.
No, not in this day and age.
Very rare.
Not in this day and age, because you got to think about it. I mean, you're in this age where texting and y'all are sending each other provocative pictures probably, and there's probably some provocative conversation and a lot of flirtation going on. So you throwing fuel onto that emotional fire, and whereas I can remember back like in high school and stuff, girls would kind of flirt and throw it at you a little bit, but they knew when to stop. You know what I'm saying? So they knew how far to take it. But guys, us back in the day, we were just some hornballs. Like, I know dry humping at a dance, boy. I thought I hit the jackpot when I was like in 7th and 8th grade, So I was just like Scorpion in Mortal Kombat. Get over here, So,
but now the girls are approaching men now, and they're the aggressive ones now.
Yes,
definitely. Like my son tells me so many stories. Like, he'd be like, "They are thirsty, man." Like, I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, girls would be like, "Oh my god, you're so attractive," and I'll be like, "They are so thirsty," But
Thanks.
I don't know. Like, if I would tell a guy that I'm celibate, I think he would probably look at it more like a challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, all right, but it's going to be more like they're going to be trying to like get me roused up and like, yeah, I got her. I'm gonna get her. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll look at it more of a challenge type of thing.
Right. Like it's not genuine.
Who is this that's on the line? Is that Chris?
That is our boy, Sleepy Brown, the air and opportunist right there. Brother Chris, what's happening with you?
These names.
Yo, what up? Yo.
Hi, Chris.
Hey.
Chris, breathe.
What's happening?
I
Yeah, that's
know
what they
you
call
have
me.
a
That's what they call
story
me. That's what they
for
call me.
us. I know you do. So, Chris,
Huh?
if
Hmm.
a woman comes to you back in the day, because you're married now, so we're going to talk about back in the day. If a woman
Right.
comes to you, everything is good. Spark is there. Y'all been, pretty much dating. I would say y'all dating. It's probably been what, Larry, about 3 weeks to a month and a half or so, give or
About a
take.
month, yeah, a month and a half.
Y'all been going out, going to the movies, out to eat, taking little trips here and there, like little around the way. And she's like, you know what, Chris, I think we should wait a little longer. I think we should wait at least a couple more months. Let's get to know each other a lot more before I want to be intimate. Would you just say like, okay, that's fine, I'll wait, and still continue to date her? Or would you look at that as like a red flag and be like, I'm getting the hell out of here?
No, that actually has happened, and I actually was like, I'm fine with that. What you want to eat? You want to go out to dinner? Because to see the thing is that I'm not the hit it and quit it type. Never have been, never will be. Because the person who I'm with is who I cherish, right? And I
Okay.
cherish the things, that type of thing. So it's more of a scene like if that happens, then it's more like, okay, I respect that. And
And
as a matter of fact,
you'll wait till like 9 months and y'all still haven't did nothing? And you're still gonna be faithful?
I waited about a year and a half.
Okay, that's a long
But it
time.
was more than just that. It was more of a vibe. It was more of an understanding. It was more of a we did other things besides that. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do that, it's just like, okay, and what else connection do you have besides that? That's the
Yeah.
thing about it. And that's why whenever that does happen, it makes it that much better when you have a better connection. Because the last thing you want to do is be intimate with somebody and it's incomplete. That's what you
Right,
don't want. So
right.
Okay.
basically, what it is like when it was dating, it was more like, okay, more about this person, vibe with this person, get to know them, do things like that. And it was more than just going to the mall or anything like that. So it was more of a thing where um just getting to
Getting to
know
know
them.
the person. Yeah. But I'm gonna keep it real. And it's called real talk, so I'm gonna keep it all the way real. I know so many females that put men in the friend zone and
Hmm.
gave them excuses as let's wait while they was getting on with somebody else, or that part of their life is being taken care of by other men, but I'm going to just go ahead and take what I can out this dude and go on these dates and this and that and never give him none. I know
Hmm.
females for a fact has done that, and the guy waited all this time thinking he's waiting to get whatever he wants to get from her, and then the time comes and he's like, all right, I'm gone. Like, you still ain't giving it up. All right, I'm done. I already spent all this money on you. Been birthday, Valentine's Day. I ain't getting nothing. Yeah, a lot of guys, they'll be out of there. Out of there.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they looking at like, man, I spent all this money. I got to get something. You know,
Investing. Yeah.
you ain't
Right.
going to do
And
nothing. Yeah.
that's how they look at it.
No. So
That's how they look at it.
I know from everybody that I did, I know some great women and some great men that are still like, I got to just get something more than what I could get from just a female friend that I can get from every day. You know
But
what I'm
let me ask you
saying?
this real quick. Let me ask you this for the ones that that's doing that. Why do you think they're stringing along a guy that's in the friend zone if they're getting everything else from the other side? Is it an
But they're probably
opportunity?
not getting everything from the other guy. So the other guy, so listen, oh my God, I'll tell you all the girl secret, the girl code guy, ladies, don't be mad at me. So sometimes in some situations, a guy might have great sex, perfect, but they're not boyfriend material or husband material, but they know what to do in the bed. Then you might have this guy over here that loves to travel and loves to take you out and do all of this, but he's a short man, if you know what I'm talking about, and he ain't packing that way. So it's just like kind of living in the best of both worlds, but not committing to either of them. So,
Right.
And
but
basically,
I
she
haven't
has
done
the
that.
perfect
I
man.
haven't. That's not me. I'm not talking about myself.
But see, and basically they have the perfect guy when you combine them both.
Yeah.
I
See,
have
so
let me
why is
see.
the same thing with females when you guys are
I
dating?
have I have 6 sisters. There is no
So
more
you've seen
secrets. I
it.
done figured it out.
So you've seen it all. But Larry, you never seen that situation before where it's like, damn, I love hanging out with this shorty over here, but damn, she's a great eater over here. If I could just combine both of them, bye. But that's why
I
you got
think,
your
I
wife.
think,
She
I,
can't
I think.
perfect way.
Well, that's the thing, and I mean that's why when I got with my wife, she was the embodiment of all of that because
Absolutely.
everybody I dealt with before her, they were either cool personalities, but
Right.
they had bugaboo tendencies,
Hmm.
or they might have, they might have been respectful as far as giving me my space, but
Mm-hmm.
they was ass water in the bed. And when I got with my wife, it was literally just boom, I got everything I need right then and there.
Sent from heaven.
There it is. Without the butt
Yeah.
pads and the
And then
depends
it's a
that
lot
Keisha
of
Cole
them,
is wearing right now.
right. And there's a lot of women that it was great in the bed, but they're not, you can't take them home to mama. You know, there was a girlfriend.
No,
So they might
no.
have had a reputation and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Now you stay over there. You stay
I
over
just don't
there.
live in a society where people are really waiting, honestly, because that ends and begins a lot of relationships. Sex.
Mm.
It
Yeah.
does. A lot of people. Like, that's just what it is. So I don't think
Right.
they want to wait that long to see if they really like it or not.
So safe to say, because I always felt, even when Steve Harvey put that bullshit book out, because I thought he was just playing the ladies to make book sales and boost his rep on the
He
radio.
was. He was.
There is no definitive time frame that you can go by as a standard of when you get down with somebody. Like he was saying, the 90-day rule, and I used to listen to him on the radio, and that's part of the reason why I stopped listening, because I can't listen to him no more. Like I can't listen to him at all. He would come on the radio, and when they were advertising the book, it was always when the women would call with the strawberry letter and they tell their problems and stuff. He'd be the main one. Well, I be telling y'all the 90-day rule. I be telling y'all breaking off the cookie too long. Negro, how do you know you on your third
That
marriage?
man is having sex with
Right.
other women while he's dating you within that 90 days. Let's be real.
Yes.
That man
Waiting
is
to conquer
him.
you.
He's getting
Yes.
it some way, somehow, while you're thinking, I'm doing everything that Steve Harvey told me to do. He's such a perfect man. Whole time, girl, he's still cheating on you. He's
Right.
cheating on you. And I don't want y'all to take it the wrong way. Like, the only way a man's not going to cheat is if you give up the pum pum within 90 days. You have some men that will actually wait. So, but yeah, that scale looks a little uneven to me as far as that.
Right.
I just don't. I think he's still getting something out of a cookie. It might not be your cookie jar, but he's going to somebody else's cookie jar getting it.
Oh yeah.
Because he's not really thinking that the relationship is even really
Most
solid
definitely,
yet
most
until y'all have sex. I bet you. Any other man that come on here is going to be like, "What you
That
dating?"
that to me, I think that's either going to seal the deal or that's going to be the deal breaker.
Yes.
Sex is the
That's
last
what I'm
aspect of a
saying.
potential relationship. You either seal it. It's just like when you sell a car. You test drive it. You look at all the features of the car. What makes you decide to get the car? The monthly note. If the monthly note is within the range that you want, you get in the car. If the monthly note is too high, you bypass it. And sex is the same thing.
Absolutely. But I do think it's different for women, though. I do. Like, there's a lot of women I feel are in situations for financial stability, and they're just like, okay. And there's a lot of women that are dating men that they're not even attracted to, that probably don't even want to have sex with them. Like, it's so many different scenarios when it comes to this. It all depends on what the motive is, to be honest with you. Like, if your motive to dating is to eventually be married, then I think there are people that will probably, will wait for that time and the perfect timing. But it all depends. I feel like it's what the person motive is, So, yeah, because you got some women, as soon as they have sex, they're head over heels, they get crazy, like, you mine. And it's like, yeah, So
Right.
it's like sometimes after you give that up, it's like you really see who the real woman is once the mask come off. Same with guys. Same with guys. I give you some of this. Oh yeah. Who you talking to? Who you on the phone with? They at the door, outside. So you got to be careful who you give it up to.
Facts.
Honestly, So, but thanks, Chris. I appreciate your opinion and your suggestions.
Yes, sir. As always.
It's always a blessing when you come on.
Listen, thank y'all for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Of
All
course.
the time. You know you're a day one.
Yeah, I'll tell you something that really mean a lot. I don't mean to start that bitch ass crying, but I mean that just mean a lot.
Shut up.
All right, bro, man. We're gonna holler at you, brother.
Yes, sir. I'll let y'all.
Right. Peace.
What he said?
I'm gonna highlight this comment right here. Kenty says, if a woman doesn't have a burning desire for you, you're cooked. Thoughts on that, Sean? What's your thoughts?
A burning desire. That is true. That is true. That is definitely true. I just got a message from a friend that actually commented about the show. He said, there's no time. It's when you feel when it's right. This allows two things: to learn a lot about yourself and to let your heart make decisions which are controlled by the situation God puts you through. And that's from a man.
Yeah, I agree with that. That is true. That is true. You can't put a timestamp on that because there's too many factors that goes into crossing that line and getting on that level with somebody. It's too many factors. There's no manual or handbook. You can't even estimate. Like back in high school, look, I'm gonna tell the secrets for what we used to do. We'd be with our partners and all that, and we got somebody we dealing with, and we in gym class or whatever. Man, give me 2 months, man. I'm gonna hit that in 2 months. Man, you can't do that. You can't put no timestamp on that.
That's true. But so why do people say that when men have intercourse with women, there's really no feelings attached? Like y'all just, it's just sex.
Because
and with the females, they're the ones that, because they say females can't have sex without having emotions, and I don't think that's true at all.
Okay, I'm gonna give my theory on that. Because men are just not as emotional in that department as women. They get hooked.
Right.
If it's good, they get hooked. But for men, it's all about doing the do. It's all about getting down.
That feeling and that,
knowing, in other words, for a man, it's always about conquering. That's what it's all about. A man's DNA is all about conquering.
That's it right there, conquering.
It's about conquering. I conquered this. And then once you get the cookie, if feelings get involved in the process, that's how a relationship can really go to another level with a man. You see? That's why I think it's very important, the timeline. And I would always tell this to my daughters. The timeline is you don't give it up right then and there or give it up so fast. Feel him out and see what he's about. And if you and him are having, a lot of good times together, if y'all, I'm gonna highlight the comment right here, what Chris Kane just said. It's about the chemistry. If the chemistry is good, then when you get to that level, guess what? The man has now developed feelings to where it's not a game. But in the beginning, at the outset, if you talking sweet and keying with him, and then a week later, all right, you meet a man on Monday, you call him on Wednesday keying and sending him dress pics or whatever. You invite him over on Friday, and Saturday morning he waking up because he been digging in them guts. He done conquered you.
Yeah.
And it's a wrap.
But that's why sometimes, things change after the sex. And I think that's the fear that some people have, or females, but I just don't think we're in that time anymore. I think things change so drastically in regards to the level of the value of intimacy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I just don't feel like intimacy has that value anymore. It's just looked upon as a lot of times as just sex. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, back in the day, it was such a big thing, for men and women. But now it's just like the way society is. It's like my best relationships was when I was young, 18 to 22. Now, granted, this was 87, 91 in Miami. Me, her, in the world was being young and free. Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
It was.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But like we're getting older now, so it's just like I said, what are your motives? Like, are you dating this person to eventually marry them, or are you just dating them to have a good time?
And I'm gonna tell you something, sis. I'll be 100 with you. I thank God that I'm married, because if something were to happen and my wife, heaven forbid, something happened, and I don't know if I can do this dating thing again. Not that I doubt myself. I don't know what these damn women are about. Like, these women are some freaking savages. It's like you don't know what's real and what's authentic anymore.
They are. And I think most of these men have ADHD and they can't just focus on one woman. I feel like they just like, I gotta have it all. Like, I want her, and her. You know, like the whole poly relationships is on a sky high right now. Like, they got more than one. Well, what do you say? Question: what man, number one, got the kitty in day one, but man number two wants it in one day as well? Is that a good deal for man number two to wait when man number one got it in one day? Well, it's the difference between man one and man two. If man one got it the first day, he must have swag. It could be a lot of different things. I mean, he could be a ladies' man. He could look good. A female knows that she wants to have sex with you within the first couple of hours of talking and conversing. If any woman says no, that's not true, they're lying. They know they want to have sex with you, period. Based on how you talk, the way you move, the way you deal with her. It's like, oh my God, I will out of him. Like, they might not act on it, but they're going to know. You know what I'm saying? And usually if they're feeling that feeling early, oh yeah, he going to get the kitty. He ain't gonna wait. Men, please listen. If a female makes you wait 5, 4, 6 months, whatever, trust and believe she's getting it from man number one. And
on top of that, she ain't feeling you like that.
She ain't feeling you like that, Playboy.
Right.
That's just what it is. So if anybody's talking to a female and then you haven't tried, did nothing, she hasn't done nothing to you in 6, 8 months. Sorry.
Yeah,
and you can tell her I said it. You can tell her I told you. Say, Shy said on Real Talk that you got somebody else. And I know I will put money on it. Money.
Yeah, because no, I don't think you are. I mean, it's common sense. It's common sense. And I think a lot of guys are delusional in the fact that the ones that are being held out on, they're thinking that, oh, she's special. She's special. Listen.
Special in what way, though? Just because she won't give the kitty, she's special?
That's probably what they're thinking. See, it's reverse psychology, because the guys are probably thinking that she's special. She's not giving up the kitty to me right now. And in the back of their mind, they're not really thinking like, oh, well, she's getting that kitty scratched by somebody else.
Write a book. If men are still naive to think that, then
you got something like that. Sis, you got something like that.
That's crazy. That's free money for me. I need to write a book because that's crazy. Excellent response. Yes, agree that is a bad deal for man number two. Great response. Thank you, Alpha.
The cookie trial
has expired.
That's true. That's true. It's like, you got to think about this, sis. As a man, you have to basically, you got to have a come to Jesus meeting with yourself in a situation like that, because you have to really, if men are rolling out to other countries to get more bang for the buck.
Hold on, Jay Nice.
Somebody was watching our show last week. Somebody was watching our show last week.
Hold on, Jay Nice. So are you saying like it's easier to get it out of the country and you get more? Are we too expensive in the States? Is that what he's saying? Does it cost too much and take too much to deal with a woman here to get the kitty?
Jay Nice, if you can, I don't know if you can do it, but if you can, please hit that link and come on here and clarify, because Shy wants some answers on that one.
Like, I want to know. Well, I'm not naive to the situation, like to what's really going on. I know guys fly to DR and Brazil and things like that but those are like prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're giving it up for. You're going to have to pay for that. Or You're dealing with a tranny.
Yeah, that too.
Let's not go down that road.
We touched on this last week though. A guy ain't gonna put all that effort and all that money out and leaving out the country just to go and hold hands on the beach. Now, if he gonna put all that money out, them draws better drop.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're dating a girl for like 6-8 months and you have not gotten nothing. Now, mind you, I think within the first month, if a guy is like pressing, I think it's kind of like chill. You know what I'm saying?
That's a turnoff.
Yeah. It's kind of like you're being a little too aggressive. And, you know, a guy might respond like, man, I've been taking you out to eat. I've been taking you to the best places here. Okay. But that doesn't make me obligated and say I have to give you some just because you did X, Y, and Z. But what I'm saying is, if it's been months, like 6-7 months, and you have gotten no type of intimacy physically, then it's like, yeah, she's getting it from somewhere.
True that.
You're saying savage women. What about all these shady men these days? Absolutely. Like, it's shady men and shady women, just period. But his before he doing something. It's getting some type of attention, you know, but I have all your stuff stolen like it couldn't be.
Hey, that's real. That is real. That is some stuff you have to be careful about.
Females, those are savages. Like, they got motives, like either stealing what you got or taking all your money. It is not love. It's on him. If he wait that long and pay that money and don't get kitty, that's on him, not on her.
And that goes back to what I was saying. That's what I was saying earlier. A man has to have a come to Jesus meeting with himself. In other words, if you're putting out all this effort and all this money and all this time, I hate to treat booty like it's the stock market or a business, but if you ain't getting a return on the investment, you're probably taking an L.
Yeah, absolutely. And how about like even like y'all not kissing, y'all not like, you're not doing nothing
no
at
affection.
all.
Yeah,
no affection. She's definitely using you, bro. She is.
Absolutely.
She's calling you when she's only hungry. She's calling you when she just wants to go to the movies or go places, and you're not here. Like, she's using you.
She's calling you when the main one is not around.
Exactly, when the other one's with his other girlfriend or other Kit Kat. That's it. She's just playing her part, but she just wants to be entertained and she wants some type of attention. Like, it's a dirty game. Dating is a dirty game. That's why, Larry, when you say you don't think you can do it now, it
ain't for the weak. I look at, like I say, I got friends. My wife got friends. We talk about like what the stuff they deal with and all of the challenges they got. And this dating game ain't for the weak. Modern day dating in 2025 is not for the weak.
That's why all the roses are sold out in a lot of stores and online.
Yeah.
For that reason. Like, you hear me? Like, you don't want to do all the other bull crap that's going on, you know? So as far as the time frame, I just if the sparks is there, the connection there, and I really feel like we're getting somewhere, then yeah. But
it's natural.
If it's something about you, I'm just like, let me just see what this guy's about. I'm going to wait a little longer. But after 4 or 5 months, bro, if you ain't done nothing, then you might just keep it moving. And I'm so crazy for even saying all of my girl code on here. What is wrong with me?
But you got to look at it like this. When it gets to the point where you start timing it, when you start putting a time limit on it and nothing's happened, you don't even have to wait that long. I mean, here's another thing real quick while we still on.
Mm-hmm.
It was so taboo back in the day if a woman gave it up on the first date. Now, I come from an era where you weren't viewed as a high-class woman, if that makes sense. But
where on the first date, though, Larry? You can't say that.
What?
You can't say that.
What?
If it just because y'all did it on the first night that she wouldn't be looked at as a classy woman. I think it's where it took place at. And
Oh, what that location that had nothing to do with that. Any man over the age of 40, 45 or whatever will tell you if a woman gave it up on the first date, she was labeled a hoe. That's how she was.
To multiple men. I believe that. I believe that for multiple men. If she has that reputation of like, oh yeah, that's Keisha over there, like that's what she does. But if the girl normally don't do it, and then she and the guy just kicked it off.
But how do you know the girl normally don't do it?
She wouldn't be considered a hoe.
How do you know the girl normally don't do it?
Because it would have definitely been around. Like you would hear
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
If she did it to multiple guys, the guys would definitely, it would get around. It would get around.
What if you deal with a woman in another city?
But you could kind of tell. You could. Let me tell you something. I can see on women if she's that type of female. I don't know if it's just a sixth sense of me or mine, but you could kind of tell, like, oh yeah, she a little dot. She a little. You can see it. The way they come off, the way they carry themselves, the way they just yearn for attention from men and get that attention. You can see that. Now, if a female, like how she carries herself, not Keisha, but if you could tell how a woman carries herself that she's not a hoe. It's just like how you could tell a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if she's fully dressed, you can like, oh yeah, she's selling pussy.
But sis, I don't know. See, I don't know. I mean, you're right. I'm not denying what you're saying, but I'm just saying back in the day, and like I said, things are different. I know they're different right now. I'm thinking back in the day. You can be high class, well-dressed, carry yourself with dignity and all of that, and
still be a hoe
if you give it up on the first date.
So Larry, you never did it on the first date and she wasn't a hoe? I think that I don't think that's true. I'm sorry. I don't know.
I felt okay. The times that it happened.
Where my ladies at? Please help me defend what I'm saying.
The times that it happened, at the time, I didn't think about it like that. But after, like the next day, I'm like, this shouldn't have happened like this. I started getting those second thoughts. Because I know what my mama told me growing up. I know what my aunts and my grandmama told me. You know, they schooled me to the game.
Well, the number one saying of a hoe is, I normally don't do this. I normally don't do this. Hoe.
You listen, you hugging, you kissing and hugging, and hands are going in certain places, and now you know I can't be doing this.
Right.
But I'm like, and then look, then I hit him with the line. Well, you know what? We ain't got to do this. Oh no, fuck that.
Right.
So at the end of the day, yeah, exactly. So I'm just saying, you know, a couple of times I've been in that situation, and when it happened, I'm like,
But you looked at them totally different after that?
Yeah, I felt dirty about myself. I'm like, damn.
You felt dirty?
Yeah, because I doubted myself. I'm like, nah, this shouldn't have happened like this.
Because you looked at her differently prior.
No.
Like you looked at her like she wasn't a hoe, and then it happened.
There you go.
Like,
yes.
That's
and
crazy.
And, you know, because see, when men do stuff like that, it's more of a test to see. In other words, now I'm giving away guy code. If a man is gonna get down with you and tease and all of that stuff, he expects you to not go all the way if you have some dignity at that point, in that moment, that night. He's trying to see if you're willing for the future. So if you hugging and kissing and doing all of this stuff, but then you shut it down, but you let him kind of, you know, get to second base.
Yeah.
Back in his mind, he's like, all right, not tonight, but oh yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen
eventually. Okay. And that's how, you know, the guy code works. But if you get to that point where first date, end of the night, Or better yet, you don't even get to her house. If you go somewhere in the back seat of a car and getting it in the park.
Yeah, I got you. See, but hold on. Now you said back of a car at the park on the first day.
On the first date.
No, she go.
Ain't no self-respecting woman giving it up like that on the first date. If you go on multiple dates and it happens in the car in public or in a Burger King bathroom, like Humpty Dump used to say, yeah, that's different.
See, that's why I said the location. I'm not gonna lie. I had sex with one of my exes on the first day, and we was together for 6 years. 6 years. So I
but the after, but I'm saying
the chemistry was there.
The chemistry was there, but there was an after. But I'm talking about these short relationships. I'm talking about relationships that might be a month, maybe 2 months max. They don't last. And the reason why I feel like, okay, if you gave it up on the first date, you a hoe. If we don't make it 2 months after I done got them draws, you a hoe. Because if you did this with me, I gotta feel like how many other people you done did this with. Because you ain't with nobody.
So after that, you're not really taking the relationship serious.
If the relationship does not work, if the time frame of the relationship does not last for an extended period of time, like you said, you did it on the first date, but y'all had a 6-year relationship.
Yeah.
Time was invested, a nice lengthy amount of time.
Yeah.
That's different.
She got closer after that. It was just like we was inseparable, you know?
If I'm dealing with somebody and talking with somebody and we get down on the first date, and we don't last but 6 weeks after, you a hoe.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
Okay. That's crazy, but okay. Oh, but it all depends on why y'all broke up. It could be anything. I just wouldn't jump to conclusion and say she's a hoe. But if she having sex in the park and all that the first day or the back of the car and in the public bathroom, like, come on, you don't have no respect for yourself.
Some of the stuff she was doing, I was pretty safe to she was a hoe.
Okay. Yeah, and that matters too. It all depends too how she's going about it and what she's actually doing and if she's using protection. Like, so yeah, a lot of that. All right, with this comment, say Larry. Cheyenne Larry, I have a question when you hear this phrase. When a relationship doesn't work out and people break up, it's not true. It's me. Is that either person obfuscating responsibility?
It's the second part.
On why the relationship didn't work out and still taking responsibility and trying to fix it. That all depends. Because it might really be them and not you. Like they might have figured some things out about themselves and be like, you know what? I'm not ready for everything that this woman or man wants me to bring to the table. I'm really not. I thought I was ready, but maybe I'm not ready. That could be somebody, the woman might have kids or vice versa. The guy might have younger kids and the female thought she was able to deal with it, but she's like, yeah, I'm used to taking trips and doing things when I want to, but yeah, it's not you, babe. It's me. I'm not ready for this. So it all depends on the situation, Anthony.
And you can't take offense to that, if you know you haven't done nothing wrong. Sometimes things just don't work out. Sometimes people don't click. So she may not be feeling you, not against you, but she's not feeling you because her standards don't align with whatever's going on. She might want
absolutely. Now, Scott. Okay, it is some people that will use that as an excuse to not be responsible. They might want to just say that because, like, okay, I had my fun here. I'm done. I don't want to really be in a real committed relationship. So it's not you, it's me. I'm gone. Hope all is well. So that all depends. And I think it just depends on the person and what, like I said, what their motives is, and what they really have going on in their life. I hate to say it, hoes out here winning for being spontaneous. Hoes are winning because they're being spontaneous. Please break that down. What do you mean?
I don't know if he can come on. That's Kane's Raw. Now look, let me tell you a little something about Kane's Raw.
Tell me what that means.
That's our guy. That's our guy off the You Talk Show. Cage Raw is the trigger man. When I say he's the trigger man, he triggers all kinds of stuff. So Cage Raw, I don't know if you could come on. If you can, come on. If not, I understand.
But I'm really winning. But the issue is when that happens in my generation, one relationship, it doesn't work out in that freeze. It's used the person who is getting tattooed. They feel like it's their fault. I'm confused. Larry, I can't come up right now. I'm saying, okay, next to me. Okay. Go back to the last comment. I'm trying to break it down for what he really means. What is he saying?
All right,
Larry, did you catch it?
Hold up, let me go back up. Put it back up. Let me read this again. The issue is that happens in my generation. One relationship, it doesn't work out in that freeze is used the person who's getting tattooed. They feel like it's their fault. Define that, Anthony. Break that down a little bit.
Yeah, because I didn't really catch that.
Yeah. That's kind of, I need some clarity on that as well.
Someone texted me and they said, if the chemistry is good, then why wait?
Nothing wrong with that, but what happens after?
What do you mean? Like,
in other words, okay, so if you're working towards something and the chemistry is good and you get down and do the do, then after you do the do, it falls apart. Then what? What was it all for? See, I
think time is the most valuable thing.
It is, because you can't get that back. Facts.
Right. So I don't even think like, oh, I gave him some cootie cat, oh my God, things happen, but like I invested my time with you. I took time away from other things I could have been doing because I was interested in you. I was trying to get to know who you are. I want to get to know you, so, but if it doesn't work, that's just what it is. It's just life goes on, that's why it's called dating. You're dating to figure out and see who is the missing piece to your puzzle. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't like when people like, I don't believe in dating multiple people. Every person you date doesn't mean you have to have sex with them. You know what I'm saying? Like you're dating to figure out, who this, I think the guy said it. Who's the guy that he passed away from heart attack? The guy was always on the podcast.
Kevin Samuels.
Yes, he even said it. Like when you're dating multiple people, it's like, okay, it's me and you're challenging all these other people to get the prize. So it's like, may the best man win type of thing. But that doesn't mean you have to have sex with all of them. So that's what dating is to do. You're trying to figure out who you want to be with. But last week and the week before, y'all got on me about that. Like you got to date one person at a time.
But I think that was with the realization. Look, you have to look at it like this. When you talk about dating, I think that the one element of dating that goes misunderstood is that sex is going to be involved. And yes, you're right. You can date people and not have sex. But at the same time, if you're dating multiple people, you're going to be having sex with somebody. You may not, if you're dating 3 people to try to figure out your options and what's best for you, 9 times out of 10, somebody is not going to be having sex with you while you're going to be having sex with other people.
Well, within that time frame, you should know who you really are interested into, who you want to invest your most time to, and get to know more. So, like, it doesn't take me 2 or 3 months to be like, damn, you know what? I really want to get to know him better. I would know after maybe the first or second date, like, am I really interested in this guy? Like, how's our conversations and things like that? Like, at Katie Almond, but I'm a damn sure touch it and try to sit in there. But I'm going to leave some of the DNA on that thing.
Hey, you missed this comment earlier. You missed this comment.
What did he say? I wish I could. I love stuff like that because I would trigger Miss Shy all day. You would not trigger me.
I don't know. Cage Raw. He ain't got that name Cage Raw for nothing. That brother knows how to start some stuff.
But guys date more than one woman at a time. 9 times out of 10, they're dating more than one woman.
Is it classified as dating?
Not classified as dating. You're getting to know someone. That's dating. You wanna eventually past the talking stage. That's dating. You're dating the person that you want to eventually be intimate with and live life with.
I don't agree.
That's what I would think dating is. No,
I don't agree. Not from a guy's standpoint. A guy, just like
so
a
you can have
woman,
sex with someone and not be dating them.
the thing about no, wait, hold up, because for guys, there's dating and there's dealing. There's a difference. Dating somebody,
okay. Right,
dating somebody, yeah. When you date somebody, now
Yeah.
that is where you're dating to see if there's a future in the relationship. When you're dealing with somebody, you're just getting all the benefits of dating without the end result. Because
That's
the lady,
that's when the guys would, oh yeah, that's my people. Those are my people.
there you go. There you
That's
go.
dealing.
That's dealing. That's dealing. So there is a difference, you know, but
Yeah.
most guys are not going to date multiple people. They may
Right.
date one person, but they're dealing with other people.
I agree. You hit it on the head with that one. She would like my toxic. I don't like toxicity. No, I don't. I don't like toxicity. That's that. I've only dated in high school, but you guys dated multiple times. When is the realistic time frame when it's okay for the couple off to start moving to that physical portion of the relationship in regards to sex? I mean, that's what we've basically been saying. I feel like there's no time frame to really say it's time to have sex. Is that it? I think it all depends. Like I think who said it before? I think Kane said it, but it's the chemistry. It's the chemistry thing and the spark. Like I feel like we're grown enough to know, like, I'm going to be dealing with this person moving forward. We have chemistry.
Right.
I want to be intimate. I just don't think that someone should put a time frame on it.
You can't.
But
yeah, you can't
Larry
put a time
said,
frame
if you do it the first night, you are a hoe.
if it don't last.
The second night, you're fine, ladies. But the first night, you are a hoe.
Hey, tell all my words. Don't tell half of my word. If it don't last. If you do it on the first night and y'all got something and y'all last for a couple of years, you good. But if you do it on the first night, all right. If I bang you on February 1st and by February 17th, we ain't talking no more, you a hoe.
But how are you supposed to know if it's going to last or not, Larry? Because if you're having sex on the first night, then you're getting to know the person. Then you're like, you know what?
Nope.
I don't like how he lives or whatever the
That's
case.
physical
I don't want to
tension.
be with him. So she got to stay with him just so she could be considered not a hoe.
That's physical tension. That's physical tension, because there are going to be some qualities and there's going to be some tendencies within that woman and also with that man that even if they have had sex on the first date, if they're really feeling each other, guess what? You felt each other leading into having sex. So
but
guess
nothing
what?
Really leading into that was like the sparks in a little ass window. Anybody can show you anything.
But
right?
we're talking about a first date. In order for you to go on a date with somebody, you have to have a mutual meeting of the minds. You have to mutually like each other. You know, they're not going to meet somebody on Saturday and you like them and they like you. Hey, you want to go out on a date? Yeah, let's go out on a date. And then you sleep with them and then expect to have a long-term relationship if you spontaneously meet them. But if there's some sort of mutual friendship or whatever that's leading up to this date, and then you have sex on that first date, what happens after the date? I see what you're
saying. Yeah. I see what you're saying. And I can see why it would be that. Yeah, I do. I'm trying to tell you, L. Frank is shy. She's defending that one night she like to be spontaneous. She don't want boring.
The chat is chatting.
I mean, sometimes it's better to know now than later because it could be cool, but when you wait and the sex be bullshit.
So once again, what are we putting the emphasis on? A relationship?
That's true too.
Or just the sex?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is it based on? It could also depend on your game. If she can sell water to a well and they fall for the play, then that date could end in sex.
And then what happens after? That determines if you're a hoe. But it can last
forever. He would be the best eater he ever had and be like, baby girl, I want to marry you. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. How do you guys deal with the person that you're dating that comes from a very conservative religious family that is not okay with them having sex before they get married?
I can answer that.
Go ahead.
Because I was one of them. My grandfather was a preacher. My dad was a preacher.
Oh, you was
My
a PK.
mother was. I was a PK.
Me
I had
too.
it double.
Too.
And guess what? I was a goddamn freak. So at the end of the
PKs
day,
usually are.
the PKs are usually the damn freaks.
They are.
Believe it or not, Anthony, I can answer this question for you. And Shy being a PK could probably vouch for me on this.
Yeah.
The values are put down on you growing up so much, it almost makes you rebel towards that attitude of being wholesome.
Yeah.
As a PK, you know, so there's only so much choir rehearsal and Bible study we're gonna do. Like I'm gonna do that for so long. I'm sorry.
But I don't know. God, if it's for religious reasons, I don't know. Like, would you have waited if your wife said for religious reasons?
I did. For a while, my religious reasons, I held off. I bypassed some draws, you know, because I didn't want to go to hell for premarital sex.
Yeah.
And then when the time hit, I said, you know what? I'm gonna have to pack some. God forgive me. I'm packing some shorts and a tank top because I'm going in this. We're human. It is what it is.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. We're grown, and I just really think it's based on the person. That's because those preachers were. Never mind. We're not even going to talk about the preachers.
Yeah, we're gonna leave them preachers alone. But I see where Cuz is going with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I've seen a lot of them growing up in that industry. I would say the industry, but growing up, you know, with that, you know, with having to, you know, be around so many of them, and I've heard stories, and I've seen some of them in action.
Yep. Pastor Boyd was in the back in the office of Miss Shirley. Okay, she's the head of the usher board.
And guess what?
So don't get me started.
Rev was getting look, and not only was she the head of the usher board, Rev was getting head from anyway.
Come on, don't now you're about to start. Now that's about to be a whole nother topic.
Pimps in the pulpit.
I think we're at an age now where it's like sex is just looked at a little different. I think people are really just going with, you know, what they feel at the moment and at the time. You know, you could be with someone for months and be like, I don't even like you no more. Like, you're not the person I thought you was. Like, and the preachers were sex and everything in the church. Absolutely.
That is facts. I'm telling you what I know. Know. I've heard the stories and I've gotten confirmation. I mean, I ain't gonna really. I don't know who's watching this, so I know back home around my way. If I tell the story, they're gonna know who I'm talking about. I'm gonna leave it at that. But I'm gonna just say, them preachers, they was laying some hands. And I wasn't talking about giving blessings.
Absolutely, hands down. And you know what?
And I'm legs up.
At the point, but honestly, Larry, like even with this dating thing, like I don't even like to kiss. Like if I don't even like know you that well, I feel like kissing is something very intimate. You know what I'm saying? So I've been on dates with guys on the second date, and they're like trying to kiss me. I'm just like, hold on, like absolutely not. Shy as the Maybach, stick to those two.
Wow. But you know what? Real quick, and we ain't gonna be on here much longer because I know you gotta take care of some. I know you ain't feeling too hot, so we're gonna get out of here. Yeah. But as far as that's concerned, real quick, I think kissing is a lost art in a relationship. Because you remember when you were dating somebody or wanting to date somebody, I should say, and you know, you get that hug or they give you the googly eyes and all of that. It was one thing, but you remember how you was on cloud 9 when y'all had that first kiss? That's a lost art. You don't have that anymore.
Talk to somebody if they can't kiss. I don't care how much I like you. If you can't kiss, and you're like, I'm like, well, yeah, no, I can't do it.
Yeah,
seriously, like,
and that, yes, and that was the prelude. Honestly, believe it or not, now that I think about it, kissing could kind of be one signal to determine if the sex was going to be good.
I'm about to get off this podcast right now because that's what I believe in as well. If you can't kiss, you don't have no motion in your ocean. I swear. So yeah. That's why, shot from a woman's perspective, when you hear men brag about how good they're in bed, do you sometimes not believe it, so you're not disappointed when it doesn't go as you expected? Yeah, that if you keep talking about what you could do and all that, that's a turn off for me. A major turn off. Like you can answer like you can be very you see or something like that, like a little comment.
Mm-hmm.
You see, like that's what I like. Don't give me, oh yeah, I'm gonna have you that. And then we get in there and it's like bom, 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 bom. Like, yeah, no, I'm gonna be pissed.
And you know what?
So
To
I'm
that
the guy
point,
that always that talks about that. You
to
know, I
that
just think that's that's corny.
to that
Very
point,
corny.
to that point, I think most guys they didn't really understand, but being older, yeah, you ain't gotta broadcast it. If you got it like that,
No,
you're gonna show it. You're gonna put it down and you're gonna prove it. In other words, you
absolutely.
put in the work, she's gonna be the one to tell you how good it was, not you trying to sell it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You see, my cousin, she said, kissing for sure make things so much better. The group total said it all. Kissing
Kissing
you is
you, yeah, that's on
all
my
that
playlist.
I've been thinking. I love that song too. Maybe she might be, but those cars always take those rough roads too to know that. Before the Maybach, there was a Honda or Toyota. Remember that. Okay.
Boy, Kane's Raw doing what Kane's Raw does. Sis, look, let's get on up out of here because, like I said, I don't want to hold you. I know you ain't feeling too hot tonight.
I know.
What's he say real quick before you married your
Before
wife?
you married your wife and you were dating, did you ever deal with women who would brag about how many notches on their bedpost they had?
They wouldn't
That's
say it.
like they're not supposed to.
They're not supposed to say it. They wouldn't say it. And believe me, if like Shai said earlier, if the neighborhood knew, if the town knew, you knew what you were dealing with. Like if you can't, yeah. But
Another
hell
thing
no.
out of the girl code book, a female would never tell you the number of men she ever had sex with. She's never going to tell you the right. If a female says 2 or 3, she's lying. She's lying. And if she's
Look,
not, she's just like, and it depends on the age too. Like if
case
you're dealing
point.
with grown women, they're just like, only 2 or anything. And like, if it's anything over 5 or 6, she probably stuck to that number for like all her life. So just remember,
You
a
know,
female would never, like a female won't tell her real age, her real age. She's not going to tell you how many men she's dealt with.
I'm
And it really
laughing.
might be low, but it's just something that, I don't know. Every female, all my girlfriends I've had conversations with,
I'm laughing. I'm laughing at that because I was in a situation in high school, and I asked her after, like it was a heat of the moment, did what we did, and when it was over with, I asked her. I said, "How many guys you been with?" She said, "Counting you, 6." And I believed it. But one of my
Oh, but
homeboys said,
how old were you?
16.
Oh, damn, that's a lot for a 16-year-old.
She was 19.
That's still a little up there.
But she was going to college. And I remember telling my partners about it. And I was like, because back then that's when AIDS and stuff, everybody was scared of that stuff. It was taboo.
Yeah.
You couldn't get your results back right then and there. You had to wait 2 weeks, get your
Yeah.
blood test and send it off. So I'm thinking, all right, I'll be all right. And my homeboys, it was all like, hey, bro, you better go get that cemetery plot ready. I'm like, what you talking about?
Yeah.
And that girl ain't just with no 6, man. Just you 6 with you.
Right.
Is she 19? Shit, maybe 6 that week. Boy, they had me so scared. So I remember going get an AIDS test, and they were supposed to call you back with your results, but I never got a phone call back. So I'm calling the doggone clinic. Like, hey, I gave my information. Hey,
I'm give you my answer now.
Can you give me, and I'm up here trying to bargain, making a deal with God. Like, God, if you let this test be negative, I promise you I'll never do this again. And as soon as the test came back negative, oh man, I got a new lease of life. I'm going to give me some more booty. So
right.
Those were the days. Those were the days. But since we're going to get up out of here.
Those other bodies don't get.
Facts.
And that's another one. If it's real small, we don't count them.
Lord have mercy. Hey, real talk is
They
teaching
know
y'all
what
tonight.
I'm talking about. They know. If they don't want no short, man, don't want no one.
Man.
It's always the brand of the car. Remember, it's the driver that knows how to handle that car. Oh my God, Katie and Kane. They're about to go head to head. That was a great show, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think we should put a date or a time frame on when you're feeling your dude or your female. If it's there, it's just there. And like, just protect yourself. That's all. Protect yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Please. Okay.
Wrap it up.
Make sure you check their My Chart. Everything is on this phone. If they've been checked, say, let me see your My Chart, but just be careful, strap it up. I still believe in love at first sight. I'm a sucker for love, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, just make sure you be careful. Don't put no time limit on whatever you got to do, unless it's for religious reasons. So yeah, that's what I got to say, brother.
There it is. Well, sis, great show as always. Great conversation as always. Shout out to the chat as always. And yeah, I can't say it no better than myself. Be careful. And curb your expectations. If you're out here in this dating game, curb your expectations. Don't go into these doggone situations thinking it's going to be a certain way. Just man, look at Kane's wrong. Look at this.
What did he say? Stay toxic. What?
Oh man,
I can't wait to meet Kane.
Wait until we get this. I got to get with Marquise to try to get the phone.
What's your sign, Kane? What's your sign? You sound like you might be a Leo or a Pisces or something. You see?
Oh no! Wait, hold on. He ain't no Pisces now. Me and Devin Pisces. Now that's something else right there. Like,
and y'all were toxic back then. Back then, they sis saved y'all. They saved y'all.
You said yourself you a pescatarian, so it must be something about them fishes and all of that you like. The Pisces ain't all that bad. I see. I got you.
No, I know one Pisces. Lord have mercy. It was a headache.
There it is.
Sagittarius. And you toxic? Oh yeah. Okay. I can see that. But you're nice. He seemed like he might be a sexy Sagittarius.
My wife is a Sagittarius. Them Sagittarius is something else.
My cousin's a Sagittarius.
Yeah. They speak their mind. And I'm gonna tell you something. Just like Kane's Raw is, my wife is the same way. They don't give a shit what they say. They don't mind triggering people. That's just who they are.
That's my cousin all day. She gonna say how she feels. She don't got time for no BS. But she the sweetest. I love her to death.
Absolutely. So,
all right, bro. That was definitely a good show.
Great show. We're gonna put a bow on this thing. Go take care of yourself. We're gonna get up out of here. If the Lord says the same, we'll be back next week. We'll have another hot topic. You know how we do. So y'all know how we start every show, and y'all know how we end every show. It ain't no us.
Without you, baby.
Love
you guys. See y'all next week.
Until then, deuces.
From the heart of the city to the edge of the world, telling stories of black kings and queens.
It's Utah, baby.
Every topic, every voice, like a new kind of pearl. Shining light on truths to make the future swirl. It's real talk, baby. El Frankenstein coming through, baby. Real topics, real stuff for the people, baby. Buckle up and let's roll with real talk, baby. It's real talk, baby. It's real talk, baby. It's real talk, baby. And it ain't no me without you, baby. It's you talk, baby, and it ain't no me without you, baby. From the heart of the city to the edge of the world,
it's Utah, baby.
Black kings and queens, but both in I'm from.